Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. We are Gauri Singhal and Vasundhara Gupta. So, today we are going to discuss one of the topic which is related to every student's life, that is artificial intelligence. But here's the most important question is that whether AI is our friend who is helping us to grow in our career, or whether it is our enemy who is uh, making us dependent on it. So today we will discuss both the sides of it and see whether how to use AI effectively. So hello Vasundhara.
Hi,
Ha. So
myself
okay,
Vasundhara, and I am the one who would be discussing on this topic with Gauri. Yeah, continue.
okay. So I want to ask you, what was the first experience using AI tools like ChatGPT?
Uh, for general, I used it for making assignments in the very beginning. I used it for assignments, and it was like, wow, my thing is done very easily. So I was happy to use that.
Oh, nice. Just like you, there are many students who are using AI for making their assignments. Obviously, they are just automating their tasks. Do you think that is okay?
Like the unnecessary work, if we are just doing copy and pasting, and also in that way, I would say it is far better we are using ChatGPT or AI because it's saving the time that we are giving to unnecessary things, and we can utilize that time in our productive works, right? So it's better. Obviously, it is needed. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Uh, so, do you think AI is changing education positively or negatively?
Okay, so it's a very broader aspect in which you are trying to ask that education being positive or negative with relevant to ChatGPT because it's not just this or that thing. It depends on different situations, different contexts. Like for making assignments, we can say it's like far better. If we are talking our little daily tasks, so we can do that using GPT. That's fine. The problem that you are trying to ask in a negative sense, that would be the things that we should do by ourselves, the things where we should think by ourselves. And if the chat GPT is thinking for us, that you can say is a problem here because it is like suppressing our potential because of the chat GPT, right? So there you can say it has a sort of negative impact, but you can't say on the broader aspect that it is turning education positive or negative. It depends on the context what we are dealing with. Right?
Okay, yes, according to me also, we cannot say that whether AI is just changing any trend in education. But yes, I think it is making more simpler, right? But here is one another question also, that do you think that AI is making students lazy? And it is one of the most important questions because I have seen myself instead of students solving everything by themselves, they just rely on chat GPT or any tool like that.
See, obviously there would be a great difference in the productivity and the behavior from the students of the era where there was no GPT and the students where there is GPT, right? There is a difference because the students at that time used to be productive all of all of their own, right? But here we are always, 99.9% students are positive just like they plus GPT, not they all by own, right? So there is a difference. But should we always look at this difference negatively? That is not important. Because if some things can be done by AI, then why to show our potential or our productivity in those tasks? Instead of we can focus on the new upper level tasks which AI cannot do, right? So if AI can do those things, so this can be added to the evolution Yes, so I was discussing that the thing that AI can do by itself, why we need to showcase our productivity and potential in that sense. Because that is just like replicating the things. We are not doing anything extra. Just suppose, and AI can, if better, do the things better, then we must not put our efforts into that. That would be just wasting your resources, your uh, you can say the potential, right? So in this sense, I would say he uh, GPT is making progress, not putting us backward. Yeah, it is making us lazy, but it depends on you. Because if you are genuinely willing to use it in a positive way, then you would obviously use it to enhance yourself, not to feel lazy. Because AI is helping you to do the things that you used to do by yourself. So those things are done or settled by using GPT. But the things that now you can move a one step further, that thing should be your main focus, right?
Yes,
So laziness is like you should utilize it. Like,
but there is one more thing. As you have said already that we should not do the tasks that are repetitive or that are not used by ourselves, instead use ChatGPT. But there is one other thing that if we use ChatGPT for even every single task, because for now everyone just think just do this thing very fastly and um, just means just to finish this thing fastly and rest. This is the mindset of students that is happening almost 90%. I'm not saying about that 10% students, but almost 90% students think that do everything via chat gpt. If there is question that we need to solve ourselves, because there are many things that are useful in building our basics, because without basics there we cannot do any high level task. And students think that this is a very basic thing. Why should I just focus on that? Why should I use my mind in that? Just use chat GPT. And because of that, logic building of students is literally going very downwards. So that is the problem, I guess.
that's what I also mentioned in the beginning. That if you are making ChatGPT think for you, there is a problem. Pause here, because you can use GPT for your daily tasks, daily tasks, some tasks that if you would do by yourself, just waste your time. For those tasks, using GPT is still better. But like, just suppose you're making some project, right? So there you are just saying, "Hi GPT, just make my project." That's not done. That is what, if you are doing that, then you can say "Okay, it's your downfall, right?" But yeah, in today era, we cannot imagine a student doing anything without GPT, right? Agree. So in that case, so I can't say ki we should use or we shouldn't use GPT. We would use GPT. That is fine, right? But yeah, when we are using GPT, we can like limit and balance the things that we should. For example, like I mentioned, for making a project. So, all right, when we sit just blank, we are like, what to make, how to do, nothing. We give our idea to GPT. Hi GPT, I am thinking this and that. So, would you help me to do the things? Don't give me exact things, just instincts. So we can
But
discuss like that. We,
but instead
huh.
of saying this, students just say, just make my whole project. Obviously, 90% of students are doing this.
But
Isn't
what
that
do you
real?
know? You are, yeah, right. But just suppose ki if we're talking about front end. So if we say ki make my complete front end, and we are not doing like we are not just struggling to study CSS and all, that's fine because GPT can far better than do than us, right? Because if we even learn CSS now, we can't beat that. So GPT would do that, and in that case, use GPT. Say 100% use that. But when you are on backend, right? So when you're on backend, you can use GPT, but like to match the thing. You also think, you make your GPT also think, and then you match the thing. that would be a still better approach, because the regions or the area required to think uh, about the things, then in that things you in that aspects you must think about the.
Concepts like.
Yeah, right. So in that case, you can just do this matching thing, right? Like you are also doing and that is also doing, and you match and you just enhance and improve and refine your thing. So when you are talking about completely being lazy or completely using GPT, you can use, but in the things where it is valid, where you can justify that. But when the thing is about logic building, like DSA, problem solving, back end development, in that case, you must use your mind also, and then using GPTs just to refine, not to build anything, just to refine. That would be the correct approach. And if the people are not using it, jo ki obviously many people are not using it in that way. They are just like, give me all, give me all,
Just
give me all.
copy pasting,
So
right?
yeah. So this difference is, just going towards like the one who couldn't do anything in that era where there was not GPT, they are using today because there is GPT. So they previously also was not using their minds. Today also are not using their minds. But yeah, today they have something to showcase. In the previous era, they didn't have anything to showcase, right? So, and if someone is doing, let them do, because the real thing, and at the end, the real things would be judged what is inside you, right? So that is all the stuff that has to be taken care by the student itself, because things would come, but how to use and misuse it
Hmm.
always depends on you. In any case, whether it be GPT, any new technology, any new evolution, anything, you must know how to use and misuse, right?
Okay, so the main point is that we have to create a line that whether we have to use AI, basically in what cases we have to use AI, and if there is something in which we need to work ourselves, as obviously the performance of ours will be checked, not GPTs, right? If we are going to do any job, they will not see that what GPT has done. They will see that what is our potential and what we can do. So here students need to understand the thin line that is between what to do and what not to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one more interesting question to you, Vasundhara. Would you rather rely having a tutor, AI tutor available 24 of 7 with you, or the best teacher in the world? Which one will you use? Like this is one of the most toughest question too, right?
See, if I be practical, I have my chat GPT 24/7 available. So I have that experience, right? And we all have available, right? And talking about the best human teacher available 24/7, so this is kind of a hypothetical situation, right? So first of all, I would like to clear with you that should I consider the thing hypothetically or being practical?
I think being practical is more better because obviously practical things are
So being
far more
practical,
better.
I would say, yeah, yeah. So being practical, I would say no human teacher is going to be available 24/7 first. But yeah, when you need, there can be availability, right? So you're saying ki one is you having AI and second is you having best human teacher. Now it depends on the context, like for on what basis you are saying it best. Like in a particular field, you are saying it best, or you are saying ki it is just a human version of GPT.
Any field he is best,
Right?
obviously.
Because the human version of GPT is again being hypothetical, right?
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah. So that is expertise in a particular field. So what I would say ki if you are, and I am considering, I'm assuming that I am also struggling in the same field in which I have got the expertise teacher, right? First of all, I would like to mention that there should be not this versus this, because that is the thing that GPT can not be replaced. In this regard, so can never be replaced, right? So I would say that there should not be this or this. But still, if I would have to say, then if the human is expertise in one field, I would say you train a model in that field, and that would still give better. But yeah, human experience says a lot. It means a lot, and obviously it has feelings and emotions also. So it can know how to deal the situations that some of what that AI cannot handle, right? So again, I would like I realized I came back on the same point that there should not be this versus this. There should be this with this, because that would make the things more happening and more sensible, right? We are taking help of that expertise and along with the AI guidance, right? Because there may be things that a human brain cannot be tackling, maybe.
Okay, thank you so much, Vasundhara. So I think the main conclusion for all this talk was we must use AI, but we must know how to use and where to apply it. What are the best things that we should consider in AI, as well as the teachers who are with us, we should respect them too, as they help us in growing. Even they help us know what is the difference, where should we use AI, because that is most important thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much, Vasundhara.
most welcome. It was a nice discussion.